The Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Today we have three big things going on liturgically. We have, first of all, the Sunday, which is always about the resurrection. And then we have the Feast of the Fathers of the first six ecumenical councils. And then we have the Feast of Saint Vladimir the Great, the Grand Prince of Kiev, who converted the Russian people. It is really a beautiful thing that these all converge on the day after we celebrated a baptism. If we pay close attention to the reading that we had for the Sunday, which was the first of the three readings, we might notice that that reading was referred to in the second exorcism prayer yesterday. Not that anybody else can probably hear very well, but it was. It was referred to in the second exorcism prayer. And what is truly wonderful is that this incident that we're reading about in the first reading, where we had these two men living among the tombs, right? Living in a world that's dominated by death, having lost their sense. The Lord is able to cast the demons out of them into a herd of swine, and the swine run down the bank into the great lake and drown. Well, that's exactly what we witnessed yesterday, right? Pretty much. We had three people whose lives were dominated by death, who looked to the end of their lives and saw nothing there but death. They were afflicted by demons, living among the dead. And we found them on the shore of a great lake. Now in the Gospel, it's Lake Tiberias or the Sea of Galilee. It's much, much smaller than our great lake. You can see the other side of that one, but just barely. And what did we do is we drowned those demons in the Great Lake. And our three catechumens then rose to new life as Christians, and now are looking to life eternal instead of a life dominated by death and corruption and sin. So what a beautiful thing it is that we have this gospel today. But that's not all that we have today, right? We also have this feast of the great Prince Vladimir. And if you remember a few weeks ago when we were studying, or when we were celebrating the Feast of all the saints that have shone forth in the Russian land, we had that great icon, a really big one, in the middle of the church. And on the panel on the left, we could see Prince Vladimir there, and he was overlooking a river in which all of the peoples of Rus were being baptized. And their sins washed away in the water. And in that icon, there's ice in the river. And the lake yesterday wasn't terribly full, but I'm sure the first toe that went in, it probably reminded you of ice. Because it seems like it's always like that. And then we have the Feast of the Fathers of the first six ecumenical councils. And we have this great high priestly prayer from the Gospel of John that's read to commemorate those fathers of the church, where the Lord talks about the unity of the church. And the unity that the church will have one with one another will be like the unity of the Father and of the Son. which is inseparable. And what a beautiful meditation today when we think about Chad and Anna and Sebastian that have been grafted onto us, now with a union so profound that it mirrors the unity of the Father and the Son. So on this day, when we think of these three great things that we're celebrating today, the resurrection, the ecumenical councils, and the great Prince Vladimir, and at this time so closely connected with the baptisms of those three who are now so close to us.